Hello everyone, how are you doing? Welcome to my channel. My name is Emma Casey and today we're doing a post review of Dragon Seasons. So I did complete this a few weeks ago. I thought I must do a post review of it so you can see for yourselves. So yeah, this is Dragon Seasons from Enabler's Outpost and I just love it so much. I am so happy with this. Thank you so much, Neighbours Outpost, for asking me to design this and sending me one of these as well. It's been an absolute joy from start to finish, from beginning of designing it to putting that last drill on the canvas. It was just wonderful. It's just so much fun. Really, I'd wake up in the morning and I'd look forward to working on it. I just couldn't wait to wake up and just work on it, and I'd work on it in every moment I could. So I took a lot of time aside to work on this. So it was so much fun. So I'll tell you the details. So this is 50 by 50 times 235 centimeters. So yes, 50 height, 235 centimeters wide. It's a dragon panel and it is the 4 seasons. So Elizabeth asked me to design 4 dragons, one for each season, and the seasons sort of like going into one, sort of like in a flowing sort of, not good with the words, but yeah, so they all sort of connect in some way. That's what I'm looking for. And so what I did was, I'll go through each one in a minute. I've got this on the wall, so it's a bit awkward than if it's on a table, but it's so big. And I've got an unboxing, and I'll link that down below so you can have a look for yourself. And yeah, so this has got 100 colours and 12 of those are shimmer drills. And if you are interested in how I tackled a canvas of this size, hang around till the end sort of thing. And yeah, so I put washi tape around the canvas as the glue did overlap a bit. It is poured glue, and like I said, it's round drills, and 12 of the 100 colours and 12 of those are shimmer drills. Got a really nice shimmer on. If you'd like to see those shimmer drills, have a look at my unboxing and I'll show you them individually so you can see for yourself. And I put washi tape, different colours, to sort of kind of match the seasons. It was whatever washi tape I had. I love using washi tape because I feel like it's so versatile, and you can use it for all sorts of things when it comes to diamond painting, like sectionising your canvas and things like that. So I've got to try to remember everything. So I've got this just like on the wall, and I've got pins just going across. I had to get my other half to help me with it. So this was just such a joy, this canvas. I mean, it's over 7 foot long. Just crazy, but just amazing. This would be perfect for your craft room, to add a pop of colour to it. You can see it's super sparkly as well. Or nursery, anything really, if you love dragons. And so with the dragons, I sort of used the colours sort of similar to the seasons. Like you've got the blue dragon here with the blue and the cold and all of that. You've got the autumnal colours, the oranges and reds and yellows. And then we've got like summer. You've got to have a yellow dragon for that, my favourite dragon, which makes me really laugh because when I unboxed this, I was very tired, but I had to unbox it because I had to look at it. And obviously, whatever I unbox, I share with you. And I was like, I said that I love this dragon like 3 times, and when we watched it back, it was so funny because we realised I said it quite a few times. And yeah, so, and then we've got the spring one. So yeah, just look how amazing it's come out. Just, I'm so impressed, really impressed. So I'm trying to think of how I sort of went through this. So I did this in sections. I'll talk about that in a minute. So here are the symbols. Now, I'm sorry, I don't have the sheet. I don't know where it's gone. And this does come with a small sticker sheet, and it comes with a bigger sheet. So if the sticker sheet is a little bit small, then you could always use the bigger sheet and use it for your Xerox sticker maker. So obviously, because there is so many colours, you're going to have all sorts of symbols. Some may be similar to others. And Elizabeth's been really transparent about trying to change some of the symbols, and also getting rid of the guide circles. And they're faint guide circles, so they're not really strong dark circles that are next to each other. Super close. I can't give you an example, but I'll show you what I mean by the guide circles. I hope this focuses. Which is super annoying, and I'm holding my arm. So is it going to focus? Please focus. Let me just change the camera angle. Let's see if that helps. You can sort of see, can't you? So just trying. So I was giving it a minute to focus. I'm really sorry if I can't get it to focus, but you can see they're not dark, they're not thick, but there is guide circles, faint guide circles around the symbols. But like I said, Elizabeth said, you know, that she tried to change that because it's such a huge canvas. The software couldn't change that. But this company, this manufacturer, I'm really impressed with them because they've, you know, from designing it to rendering to bringing it out has been actually quite quick, and that really impressed me, and I'm very impressed with how they rendered this too. I really like Enablers Outposts kits. I think they're really good quality, and I'm going to show you a couple of symbols that did play with my eyes a little bit, trying to look on the canvas and look through the phone at the same time. So let me just find it. Where is it? So just trying to find it. So I pulled the washi tape off here because, right, this one here, 726. Sorry about the wobbly camera. Oh, please focus. So 726. Doesn't want to focus at all. Let's see if I can zoom in. Oh, that's better. Now I've got to find it. Yeah, 726 and then 307. That did catch me out. Those are on the yellows. So bear in mind, if you do get this kit, that those are quite similar. But after a while, my eyes did adjust and it was easier. It was just that first time. And then we've got this green arrow here. And then we have a identical coloured arrow. Where is it? Just there. So you've got the 3191 and then you've got the 699. Apologies for the shaky hand. I'm holding this at a height, so my arms are aching. So those two caught me out. But after a while, I made a mental note of every time. So maybe make a mental note of the, you know, the symbols that might catch you out. And of course, because there is so many symbols, like I said, they're bound to be quite similar. So I'm just trying to see if there's any other ones. Just pause a minute. Okay, so the 909 and 910 were a little bit tricky because they are dark on a sort of darkish green background. Trying to think if there's anything else. This was a little bit harder to see. So basically things that were on a darker background were a little bit hard to see. But I made sure I could get the canvas as close as possible to me. And also what you can do, so there wasn't a whole lot of symbols, but you know, you can use tools like get some good lighting, getting like magnifying glass. There's plenty of things that can help you, aid you with your diamond painting, if there's a certain diamond painting you like and things like that. But look how lovely this looks in the camera. Just so impressed. So the glue, perfect. Like I'm telling you, the whole thing was just perfect. It was so easy to work with, so manageable. The glue was nice and sticky. I didn't run out of any drills at all. So I had everything that I needed. I think it came with a basic toolkit. I think you can have an option. I'm not sure, you have to look on the site. So just trying to think. So, okay, let's go through the canvas slowly so you can see. So those guide circles, you may see them underneath some of the symbols, underneath some of the drills, because my placement of rounds is not the best. It's not my strong point, is placing rounds. So you may see a little bit of the guide circles underneath, but at the end of the day, you're only going to notice that if you're close to the canvas. So we're not naturally going to be standing right in front of the canvas. Diamond paintings aren't made to be stared at right in their faces, are they? They're meant to be stared at a distance. So that's what matters, is that from that distance you can't see them. But to me, I don't think it's that bad at all. Look, see, only if you are close to it and your placement's quite neat. You know, you just do the best you can, but it's not too bad. So you've got to be close to really notice it. And what matters, like I said, is from the distance is how it looks. And I mean, just amazing. I walk in here and I just think, wow. It's just, yeah, I'm very, very impressed. Okay, so let's talk about a couple of things that I found with the canvas. So with this bunny, there was a few flecks of colours, lighter colours and stuff. Some of them I took out and replaced with the colour that was most of. So like an area like this, it was just really easy to sort of change those out. So that's what I did with that one. And then with the dragon, I noticed that it does have a little bit of a green tip here. And some of the areas have got a little bit of a green line in them, but you don't notice that from a distance. It's when you're up close. You can change that if you want and put some brown drills there, because the outline of the dragon is brown. So I'm only telling you things that if you get the canvas that you would notice. And I like to be really honest with my post reviews, you know, whether it's mine or someone else's. But like I said, from a distance, you don't notice these things. So anyway, when I placed a drill down wrong or a little bit wonky, it was really easy to place it back where it should be. It didn't go sliding back to the original place that I placed it. So the canvas was really manageable. Just a joy to work on. I just loved it. And I wish I could turn back time and do it again in a way. Do you know what I mean? I felt really lost when I finished this canvas, which you can imagine. So I've got a few suggestions. So this canvas is quite large and there is a event. I'll talk about that in a minute as well. So there is an event around this canvas, which is absolutely amazing. I'm so thrilled that there's a canvas around that there is a event around one of my canvases. It's the first ever time, so it's just brilliant, and I'm really looking forward to seeing people's progresses on it and what they think of this. But like with this kind of canvas, you could work it in sections. So you could start with spring. Let's see if I can zoom out a little bit more. Start off with spring and work on the spring. You can start on the summer in the summer and so forth. You do whatever you like. There's no rush to do this canvas. You know, just because you've got a massive canvas, it doesn't mean that you have to go through it. I did because I wanted to. It was important to me to get it worked so that I can show everybody what it looks like. And I just couldn't put it down, like I said. So anyway, you see here we've got like talk about the canvas now and what's the details in it. So you've got this one who's got green fingers, which is saying, I don't know, some people might not know what green fingers is. Pretty sure most of you will. Green fingers, he loves his gardening and he's like thriving in spring because he loves spring and he's watering these plants, and he's got this blossom tree. So I chose blossom trees to represent seasons, because trees are a good sort of like indication of that, aren't they, as well? So yeah, and then you've got daffodils and you've got a little chick, you know, flowers. You've got Easter eggs as well, as you can see there, and he's got his little bunny friend there with him. And then you've got the rainbow going through the background there. And there's some, if you see, wonder what the white is, that is the clouds behind the blossom tree. I had to put a blossom tree in there because I do love my blossom trees. And then we go into this next one. So I purposely put colour blocking in these trees because I feel like, because it's such a large canvas, and I want it to be a fun experience, so I wanted to have areas where you could feel like you were getting through the canvas a little bit quicker, and that, you know, there wasn't all the detail of leaves. So there is a part in like autumn where there is leaves, but I just felt like I had to have that with autumn. But as you can see, it's just colour blocking, and their shimmer drills are, a load of shimmer drills are in there. There are shimmer drills dotted about, so it's not easy to show you, but they are all dotted about in this canvas all over the place. But I will show you some areas where they are. I'll show you what they look like. As you can see, it's not showing it that brilliantly, but yeah, so there's them. So it's nice when you got to the tree, because it's like that's the end of that season. You do the tree and then you start off the next season. And this dragon is just, I've already said I love this dragon, but this little one, he's just sunbathing. He's got the sun shining down, smiling down at him. He's got this light beaming over him, this warm sunshine, and he's just sleepy and relaxing with his little cat friend there. You've got the daisies. You do have some shimmer drills in here, and then you've got some in an outline around there as well. And then you've got the sunflower poking his head out there, and then you've got the other sunflower poking his head out that way. So that's how these connect. So from behind they go into there, and then you've got this butterfly here, which I kept simple because it's small. I like to keep sort of bold colours, bold lines. Do you know what I mean? So that it's easy to render, easy to diamond paint. And then we're going into autumn. Lot to think about here. It's a little bit dark here, I noticed, but it doesn't really matter to me. It's just something I noticed. It's sort of a little bit dark there, and it's sort of going into the next one. But yeah, so when I was diamond painting these leaves, I was so impressed with how they came out. I mean, look at the detail there, and sometimes you need a bit of confetti to get those details. Do you know what I mean? And then you've got, what I love about autumn, and that's my favourite season, is the colours and those vibrant reds and that. And I really wanted to show this one in this section with this dragon, and you see he's happily chucking up the leaves, and then you've got the sunset in the background. And this is a little bit brighter than it is on the camera as well. And then you've got to see the purples at the top there of the sky, and then the leaves going like that. And I love how the light is shining through the leaves, and then the leaves are sort of starting to go. You see a few falling down here, and then up here you've got like the snow on the branches, and then you've got all the these are mostly, all this white section here is shimmer drills as well, and I'll show you a close-up so you can see like that. And then you've got the blue dragon, blue for winter, and he's toasting his marshmallows, and he's got his robin friend there, because I don't know, I think of robins when I think of Christmas and winter and stuff like that. And then you've got like a sort of aurora borealis type sky, and you've got snowfall, and then you've got the fox friend there. You also have a schematic on the other side as well, but it's probably best to use the sheets because obviously it's such a distance. And then you've got a fire here, and you've got like the Christmas tree here, because I thought, you know what, I'm going to add a Christmas tree to this because, you know, winter, Christmas trees and things like that. But isn't it just absolutely amazing? So I'll quickly talk about how I manage this canvas, and then I will end this video. So hopefully you stick around if you are interested. So I'll get you up closer to the canvas so you can see what it's like. So I used a free placer on this, and then I started to go for a bigger placer. Sorry, I'll try to remember to move slowly. But just absolutely wonderful, just really lovely. Right, okay, I'm going to talk about how to handle a canvas like this. If you are interested, I'm going to zoom out so you get a bit more of the painting. So this, what I did was I used clips, and I started working this end, and I was going to work like that and go through like that with it facing that way, but what I decided to do was work to a point. So I put washi tape around the edge first, so to protect it, because obviously the glue does come over because it's poured glue. You know, I'm just saying it's poured glue, so I can't remember if I said, but put washi tape on there, and then as I got to a point, I used a rolling pin, or you know, a special one for diamond painting, and I flattened it down just to give it that more I can't speak, sorry, to get more of it flattened down, just to make sure there was no drills coming up or whatever, which there wasn't. And then I rolled it very loosely and lightly over, and then I used clips, 2 clips on each side, strong clips. They were just grip things. I'll link them down below. And then I just went, as I went along, I worked a bit, but obviously where it stopped rolling and it was sort of going from the top and going down, I'm so not good with the words. I started to like flatten it down, the bit that wasn't starting to come up over the scroll, and flatten it down, and then so forth all the way to a point. I worked in sections, so I got some, you could either use washi tape to section it off, because I do highly recommend sectioning it off to make it feel not so overwhelming to you. So I used release papers, and then I used cover minders to get to a point, and then once the cover sheet, because I kept some of the cover sheet, I only did a few rows of the release papers. I didn't do the whole thing in release papers because that'd just be ridiculous, especially with the size. So I just used a few rows, and once I finished that row, I put them more release papers along and went so forth. And then yeah, so I did that, and then just repeat until I got to a point. And I worked on an art table that was tilted, that was slanted art table that I put over my lap. So I tried to make sure that when this was scrolled up one side, that the other side was scrolled up too, even the bit that wasn't even done. And always obviously scroll outwards and loosely, because you don't want the drills to come off. And I was very, very, very careful when moving this canvas. Like, so when I went to roll it up again a bit more and move it along, just treat it like it's delicate, do you know what I mean? So that those drills don't come off. And then when I got to a point, I unrolled this bit, I rolled this bit, try to say it again. So I roll this bit, and then I'd unroll that bit to move it along. And then I'd clip both ends of each scroll end. And then when I got to a point, it was like most of it was rolled, and I had this section. I just continued to roll it and roll it and roll it till I got to the end, and that was it really. But if you've got any questions, please comment down below. I know one of my whipping chats has got some information on how to work it. I really try my best with the words, but I'm not good at explaining things. So yeah, I bet I remember something else when I finish, but just be really gentle with it. Like when it's rolled up, just keep an eye on those drills, and when you're moving that scrolled up bit that has got drills on it, just hold it. What I did was I put my fingers through each end and just gently rolled it, that sort of thing. Or just so you'll know what to do if you do consider doing it. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. I really, really appreciate if you've got this far. Put a smiley face up, or a rainbow, or a dragon. Thank you so much for watching, and if you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing. I'll put all the details down below, and I'll see you all soon in the next video. Take care everyone. Bye.